All right, I think we are good to go. Late show on Friday, always good. All right, let's fire it up. This is Winning Cures Everything. I am your host, Gary Seegers, at Gary WCE on Twitter. You can follow the show at Winning Cures or on Facebook, facebook.com/Winning Cures Everything, or just go to the website, winningcureseverything.com. Got everything that you need. This is the February 8th, the Friday edition of the show. Went 5-1 in college basketball picks last night. Incredible run last night. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to keep up with. It's always fun when you win it. Makes up for that 3-4 night we had the night before and the 4-3 the night before that. So 5-1 is always good. I got 4 picks for you this evening, but we're going to jump into a couple of topics first. As always, the show is brought to you by Tunica, Mississippi, the South's premier sports gambling destination. They have got 6 wonderful sports books down in Tunica. You need to go check them out. If you want to know more information on them before you go down there, tunicatravel.com is the site to go to. It's got more information. It'll tell you exactly what you need to know. We recommend all of them. They are fantastic. Today's topics: Turner Sports signed a contract with Caesars. We'll get into that. We're going to do a little AAF football preview for this weekend's games. There are 4 games, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. There's already betting lines out, so of course we're going to get into those. And then I got 4 college basketball picks for tonight. As always, you can go over to the website on Saturdays and Sundays. I do picks every single day on college basketball. Go over to the site, check those out. I'll have them up this evening for Saturday's games. Let's jump into the first topic. Turner Sports signed a contract with Caesars Entertainment. Now, what they are doing is they are going to set up a Bleacher Report studio in Caesars Palace Sportsbook, and they are going to produce sports gambling content from there. Now, they haven't decided exactly what they're going to do yet, but I would imagine this would mean more sports gambling talk and whatnot on TNT. They're going to have their own sports gambling show on Bleacher Report Live or whatever on the Bleacher Report app. They will do all sorts of different things because they understand sports gambling is the next wave of sports media. It is already a big deal. You see sites like the Action Network. You see ESPN that has a whole section dedicated to sports gambling. It is a big deal, and it will continue to grow. It's what we do. We've talked about sports forever, but we always talk about it from a numbers perspective. That's what Winning Cures Everything is. We like to win. And what sports gambling does is it puts the crowd, it puts the audience, it puts the user in a position where they feel like they are a part of the action. It keeps them more engaged. It keeps games that are completely out of hand from getting so out of hand that they are outside the number. A 21-point spread for like a Duke basketball game, at the end of the game, if Duke's only up by 19 with 30-something seconds left, you're still paying attention. It matters. When people feel like they are a part of the game, they pay more attention. It keeps users engaged. That's how this works. Turner Sports gets it. They understand, and more of the big names will continue to do that as well. This is just the first of many that will continue going on. We've talked before about the Circa Casino that is opening in Vegas in 2020, or maybe 2021. I don't remember exactly when it is. But either way, VSIN, VSIN.com, Vegas Sports and Information Network, they have a studio set up at South Point right now. They will be moving to Circa. They will have a gigantic studio inside the world's biggest sports book. It will be open to the public. People can go in and watch the shows and see what's happening, get their information, so they can feel like they are a part of the games. It's wonderful. I love it. Great job, Turner. I'm giving you guys a lot of props on this one. Nice of you to jump in the fray here. Next up, AAF preview. The Alliance of American Football. That's a whole handful of words in it. Alliance of American Football kicks off this weekend on Saturday, February the 9th, and then Sunday, February the 10th. You got 2 games, both at 7 p.m., both on CBS, so it'll be regionalized, and I believe they're going to split it between CBS and CBS Sports Network. So whichever one you don't get on CBS, you will get on CBS Sports Network, et cetera, et cetera. So let's go on and jump into the Action Network. They are already giving out picks, right? The lines have opened up for these. For Saturday night, you've got the San Diego Fleet at the San Antonio Commanders. The Commanders are a 3-point favorite. The over-under right now is 50.5. It opened at 52.5. All of the lines, by the way, all of the totals have dropped. I don't know why that would be if you paid attention to, which nobody did, but they had preseason games. And they averaged like 51 points per preseason game, and all of them scored at least 44. So you know that they're at least putting up points. And I understand that you can't take a whole lot from preseason games, but you know that there's some offensive minds in here that will be able to push these totals. The rules are set up not the same as normal football so that you will be able to get more points in these games. So pay attention to these lines. The next one up, the Atlanta Legends at the Orlando Apollos on Saturday night. Both of these games are at 7 o'clock. The spread is the Orlando Apollos -5 at home. The over-under is 50 on that one. It opened at 51.5. The Memphis Express at the Birmingham Iron. That is Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Time on CBS Sports Network. The Birmingham Iron are favored by 3. The over-under is 50.5. That one actually opened at 49.5, so that one went up a little bit. The Salt Lake Stallions at the Arizona Hotshots. Sunday, 7 p.m. on the NFL Network. The Hotshots from Arizona are a 3.5-point favorite. The over-under is 51.5. It opened at 52.5. Here are the picks that, what's his name? Ian Hartitz from the Action Network have given out. And he has an incredible article over at the Action Network that details everything that has happened, everything that you're looking at on these to see what you need to do. So for the Atlanta at Orlando game, Orlando a 4.5-point favorite, he says, I'm not sold on Steve Spurrier and Garrett Gilbert in Orlando, but I'm even less sold on Michael Vick as the offensive coordinator and Matt Sims as quarterback in Atlanta after their head coach, who is Brad Childress, former Vikings coach, quit less than a month ago. The coach just up and left. And they had to reorganize, shift things. The defensive coordinator is now the head coach, but I know this much. Matt Sims is terrible. He was a terrible college quarterback. Well, a terrible NFL quarterback. He was okay in college. Gary Gilbert is okay. Like he'll do fine under Steve Spurrier, but if Matt Sims doesn't do well in Atlanta, how quickly do they go to Aaron Murray? And is Aaron Murray any better? Like how did Aaron Murray even lose that job? I don't understand that. Either way, their pick is Orlando -4.5. I think I'd probably agree with that. The next game, San Diego at San Antonio. 5.5 points is a lot for any team that we know virtually nothing about. San Diego would be much better off with Josh Johnson under center, but betting against Mike Martz in the league's only indoor stadium still just seems wrong. He's going San Diego +5.5. I can understand that. Mike Martz knows a ton about offense. He led the whole St. Louis Rams, fastest show on turf, whatever it is. The high-flying offense with Kurt Warner and that bunch. He knows what he's doing. This is in an arena, in an indoor stadium. It's in the Alamo Dome. I could see them coming up with that. So San Diego +5.5 for him. Sunday, Memphis at Birmingham, the 3 p.m. game on CBS Sports Network. He said, excuse me for having no faith in a team quarterbacked by Christian Hackenberg, which, little known fact, Christian Hackenberg has never averaged above 60% completions in a single season in college or the pros. Anything. Christian Hackenberg, Memphis also lost their offense coordinator, who was Hal Mumme, within the last 3 months. They've had to completely reshift everything on offense. There's an outside chance that Birmingham quarterback Luis Perez is the best quarterback in this league. He was a Division II quarterback. He could be something special. He was the number 5 overall pick in this draft, by the way. So he's going with Birmingham as the pick. And then Sunday night at 7 p.m., they've got Salt Lake at Arizona. Arizona -5. When your number 1 ranked team is a 5-point dog against anybody, you got to take the points. Arizona would have been my top-ranked team if Hugh Freeze was still involved. But now I'll ride with Josh Woodrum and company. Salt Lake +5 here at Arizona. So, again, go read the article at the Action Network. They got a ton of stuff on the AAF. I'm looking forward to it. You're jumping right in from the Super Bowl into a new football league. Remember, We went over this the other day, I think on Tuesday. The rules are different now. They have shifted. It's different. There's no extra points. It's only 2-point conversions. Let's see. Kickoffs are gone. Teams are going to start at their own 25-yard line. Onside kicks are replaced by the option to attempt a 4th and 10 at the team's own 35. The play clock will be 30 seconds compared to the NFL's usual 40 seconds. There are no television timeouts, and there will be 60% fewer commercials. This all looks like it leads to more points to me. Just a guess. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. Again, check out the games, CBS on Saturday night, and then CBS Sports Network Sunday afternoon, and the NFL Network on Sunday night. And then leading up after that, it's going to be CBS Sports Network, Bleacher Report Live, TNT, NFL Network. It's going to be on every weekend. All 4 games will be televised. I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. Let's jump into the gambling picks. College basketball for this evening. I got 4 picks. I only got one total and 3 sides. So, here's our total. We're going over 111.5 in Siena versus Manhattan. This is the lowest over-under in the last 4 seasons in college basketball. And while Siena and Manhattan both have been known to score in the 50s, I need 57 to 55, and I got 112. If one team puts up 60, it's game over. I mean, I'm feeling good about this. 111.5 is nothing to score. I think these teams will cover it. I'm headed that direction right now. It looks like, according to my metrics, let's see. According to my metrics, it should be 113. So that's over 111. I like it. I'm going with that. And then I've got Brown as a pick'em at home against Penn. I got UL Monroe as a pick'em at home against Georgia Southern. And I've got Kent State +4 on the road at Akron. Kent State is a better basketball team. We went 5-1 last night. We are 114, 84, and 3 on the season. That is 57.6% winning percentage. I'm all about it. As always, you can get the picks every day over at winningcureseverything.com/gambling-picks, or just go to winningcureseverything.com and click the gambling picks thing up in the navigation bar, or just watch the show Monday through Friday. I'll give you the picks every day. Every day when I come on in the afternoon, you know where it is. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or you can download the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Google, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Hit subscribe on YouTube for us. Leave comments. Share the show out. Tell your buddies about it. We love you guys. We hope you had a good week. We hope you have a good weekend. We will see you guys again on Monday.